At first glance, you might think detailing a motorcycle should cost less than detailing a car. It's smaller, right? I used to think the same way. But after years of detailing motorcycles, I learned that sometimes these bikes can require just as much time and sometimes even more attention to detail than a much larger vehicle. And this Harley-Davidson is a perfect example. When this Harley came to XLNC Auto Beauty, paint had accumulated quite a few scratches, swirls, and imperfections. The customers wanted the bike ceramic coating. Before we could protect the paint, we needed to get the paint looking as good as we reasonably could, because ceramic coating doesn't correct scratches. Whatever is underneath that coating is what you're protecting. So the preparation is one of the most important parts of the entire process. We started by thoroughly cleaning the motorcycle and removing contamination from the surfaces. And motorcycles present their own challenge. With cars, you have larger panels where you can move your equipment relatively freely. On a motorcycle, on the other hand, you've got curves, edges, chrome, painted components, tight spaces, and areas where a full-size polisher simply isn't going to fit. That's where patience comes into play. When I first started detailing motorcycles, I used to base my price partly on the size of the vehicle. I would look at a motorcycle and think, how can I charge somebody close to what I would charge for a car? The motorcycle is so much smaller. But experience taught me something. You're not really charging based on how much vehicle is sitting in front of you. You're charging for the amount of time, skill, and attention required to produce the results. A motorcycle might have less square footage than a car, but getting around all those intricate areas can take a tremendous amount of time. Sometimes you're polishing areas a few inches at a time. Sometimes you're changing tools. Sometimes you're working by hand. And if you're trying to produce a high quality result, you can't rush that process. That's what eventually changed the way I look at pricing motorcycle detailing. So this is day 2. I'm buffing this hog out, getting prepared to do the ceramic on here. And so what I got yesterday, complete I buffed out everything on the bike, on the body. The only thing I have to do today is the saddlebags and the little nooks and crannies that was too small to get into it with the buffer. So I'm gonna have to hand buff a lot of it from the old school, that fingertip, you feel me? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that today and fine tune it, and then go ahead and polish everything out, and it's time to do the ceramic coating. These are some scratches that the customer pointed out that he said he don't think they can probably come all the way out, but so we'll see what we can do with them. It's a good challenge. What scratches? I actually been detailing bikes for at least 30 years. Actually, I started off just watching bikes. I did know how to detail them, how to polish them up and everything. But at the time, the people that I was dealing with really didn't want to pay the price because they felt like, well, you charge this amount for a car, this bike is a lot smaller. And that was that type of reasoning I shouldn't have agreed with, because it takes more, it's more intricate, it's more little spots you have to get in, and you have to do a lot more with your hands than with the machines. And back then, the bumpers that we were using weren't the same as today, where you had every size and everything. So I was getting cheated for a long time before I realized the charge for the expertise of getting in those cracks and crevices and getting everything shined up right. The shop that I was in, the shop that I had at that time, it was like right in between three major bike, well, I ain't gonna say major, but East Bay Dragons, the Zodiacs, the Saddle Tramps. It was just like in the middle of all of the biker clubs. So during the summer, everybody want to get out and ride. They would bring it in, get it washed and waxed up and everything. And that's how I honed my skills. When I started my business again with this company, I started picking back up on doing bikes. Actually, right as soon as I said that I would start doing, when I started doing detailing again, once I started putting together a van, this guy mysteriously called me out of nowhere and said you're the only guy that I could find that do bikes on the internet. And I'm like, I didn't even do no advertising on that yet, but he found old information on the internet when I had my other shop about me doing bikes. And so I ended up doing his bike, and I gave him an hourly rate. By this time, I'm more confident that I should charge what it takes to do the job. So I gave him my price, and he was like, I don't care how long you take to do it. I want this bike restored. Come on and get it, right? And so I went and did his bike, and it took me a couple of days. There was a lot of chrome, there was a lot of aluminum, but I made the bike look brand new. Like he didn't even expect it to ever come out that shiny. It looked brand new, and I got what it was worth. So from then on out, I decided to just do bikes and charge what it takes to do it the right way. And just take my time, put the time in, get it right. I'm glad I did that because I love doing bikes. So if you get paid for what you love to do, it ain't work. You know, I'm having fun right now. I'm in my element. Back in the day, when I had this shop, the day that D40 shot the Tell Me Where to Go video, they did a photo shoot in my detail shop with Be Legit on the hall, standing on the side of the hall, and we ended up getting a picture of that, and I had it put on a canvas when I was in school. I had it put on a canvas, and it was a conversation starter for people that would visit my office, and they would be like, oh, you do bikes too? Oh, okay, you know, and then they see a lot of different pictures that I've done or whatever, videos, and so they book with me, and you know, next thing you know, they tell a friend, and they tell a friend, they tell a friend, and yeah, and so on and so on, it keeps going. So I ain't mad. So I'm damn near done with taking all of the polish off, and now I'm going to decontaminate before and then I'll be ready to do the coating on here. So yeah, I'm like a couple hours away from being done with it, making it like new. After the correction and polishing were completed, we prepared the surface for the ceramic coating. Unfortunately, I didn't record the actual coating application on this particular job. But what you're seeing here is the work that makes the coating possible.
So we're doing a decontamination process right now. Just
stripping down to the paint with no waxes or anything, just straight to the paint. A ceramic coating can provide protection, gloss, and easier maintenance, but the finished appearance depends heavily on the condition of the surface underneath it. Here's the finished Harley. This is why we put so much time into preparation.
Cool, man. Thank you so much for getting this cleaned up. The ceramic looks great. Took out a lot of the scratches that I had in the bike. Black bikes get a ton of scratches, and man, it looks way better. So thank you guys so much.
And that's really what it's all about. Taking something a customer already loves and giving it back to them better than we expected. If you own a motorcycle and you're considering paint correction or ceramic coating, remember, the size of the vehicle doesn't determine the amount of craftsmanship involved. Sometimes the smallest details require the most attention. I'm Mike with XLNC Auto Beauty. Excellence is attention to detail.
XLNC Auto Beauty.